Hey guys, knife detector here. Guess what this is? This is a CAMCO electrician's knife. CAMCO, C-A-M-C-O, liner lock, was a company that is made by Camillus. In fact, CAMCO stands for Camillus Cutlery Company. For a long time, I thought that CAMCO actually meant or it was some type of Japanese brand. But after doing a little research, CAMCO stands for Camillus Cutlery Company. So I'm going to go ahead and show you this picture that shows this model knife. I believe this is the Camillus or CAMCO 229 model knife, which puts this probably from around the 1950s. And I like this very much. I'm going to tell you why. Check out this old picture. Let me tell you guys, these knives are built like little tanks. In the first video in this little three-part series on electrician knives, and I showed you a Craftsman type of electrician's knife, which is also a nice knife, but I like the black scales on this one. It's got some type of black scales. Of course, it's got the brass liners, but this one just feels heavier. It feels more heavy duty. This one keeps a better edge, in my opinion, than the other one I have does. Than the Craftsman. Lost a little bit of snap there over the years, but the ad I saw for this knife puts this around the 1950s, guys. That ad was from 1951, and I know they didn't just produce this for 1 year, so probably I'm guessing 50s, 60s on this one. But just a solidly built knife. The thing about these is a lot of people see electrician knives in this manner. You've seen one, you've seen them all, but these things have a lot of variations, you know. Aside from the history of these knives, you know, electrician workers use these. They go up there on the posts, the electrical lines, the power lines. The power line workers get up there, and they used to use these to repair them. And that's an incredibly dangerous job, right? And these guys would have their little kit, just like the picture I showed you in the first video I showed you, and they put that on their belt, and then they'd have their pliers, they'd have their flathead, and they'd have their knife. So this one too has a spear tip blade, but the thing a lot of people don't realize about these is that there are some variations. Klein Tools makes one of these with a hawkbill blade, and I think I've still seen some others that have a Phillips screwdriver as well. I already revealed in the first video what my last video is going to be, but in case you don't remember or didn't catch it, I'll let that one be a surprise. But yeah, these knives are pretty much all built in a very similar way, you know? And there are a couple of variations here and there, but they're very utilitarian. Aesthetically pleasing? Well, you know, I think beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But generally, most people, I think, see these as you've seen one, you have seen them all. But let me tell you, this CAMCO one is solid. It is a very solid knife, and I love carrying this knife. This is a knife that I would not mind sheath carrying or even just carrying in my pocket, you know. It's a good work knife. What am I doing with it? Well, as you can see, I used it to open up this can of cherry wood stain. I'm just going to continue to add a little bit of stain on this. If you guys saw one of my other videos, you know, my father-in-law was nice enough to give me a plank, or not a plank, but a round or a slice of the wood when we had a hurricane that fell his tree. He has a lot of mesquite trees in his backyard and his front yard. And he went ahead and he had the person that was cutting the tree down to size, cut a couple of slices for him and I. And he gave me this one, and I thought, well, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can use this for my videos. And decided to take that opportunity to use the flathead on that CAMCO electrician's knife and to go ahead and open up that little can, right? And I'm just putting a little bit more of that cherry wood stain up here. And I haven't added the polyurethane yet, but I do intend to do that. And I'm going to do that just to make it nice and shiny. Hopefully that won't affect the camera, the images too much. But I want to get into those deep creases and those chainsaw marks, and that's why I folded this piece of paper like this. I really want to get into those deep chainsaw marks there. I sanded it down with a Black & Decker sander, some discs, but I couldn't get way in there. So, sorry if this is turning more into a woodworker's video instead of a knife video, but I just wanted to show you me using the knife, this little project, and this is going to be for my knife channel, so I figured, why not? Might as well just show it to the guys and the girls that watch my channel as well. So this stain is drying. This is just a stain. It's a cherry wood stain, and once I put that polyurethane varnish on it, it should get pretty shiny. So probably be doing that in the next couple of videos. I don't know if I'm going to do that on video. Probably not, because that's going to get kind of messy. So I'm going to do that outside. But I will definitely show you guys the finished product when it comes out. You know, don't want to miss the opportunity to do that. Yeah. So yeah, guys, this is a great knife. As you saw, I had no issue pulling apart that lid with the flathead screwdriver here. This is a great knife. Like I said, you know, these were not built for beauty. They were built for utility. And this bad boy is probably one of my favorites. All right, guys, this is a knife detector saying keep your knives sharp, keep your wits even sharper. And stay tuned for my last video on these electrician knives. I'll go ahead and I'll ruin the surprise. It's going to be a Marbles electrician's knife. It's that recent Marbles Workman series electrician's knife. I believe that Williams Knife Life has done a video on that. I believe also Tobias did another video on that. I'm just going to go ahead and add to that list. All right, guys, y'all take care. God bless. Keep your knives sharp. Keep your wits even sharper.